So hi, this video is a bit different than usual, and yeah, I just felt like it is time that you got to know me a bit better, and I want to tell you more about my art journey so far, and I want to answer a few questions from Patreon and also from Instagram. Yeah, I didn't really take notes, but I have your questions scattered on my phone and on the laptop, so I'll just start now. So there is one question: how old are you? I'm 27 and I get 28 in April. Yeah, so that's my age. In which German area do you live? It's so beautiful with the forests. I grew up on the Swabian Alp, so in German Schwäbische Alb, and yeah, at the moment I live a bit away from it, but still in the southern part of Germany, and it's not far away from the Black Forest, which is definitely one of my, it's my favorite part of Germany. I really enjoy spending time there and making little hiking trips in the Black Forest. So yeah. I'm the middle child of 3 children, so I have an older brother and a younger sister, and yeah, and I don't live with my family anymore, so they are living in the Swabian Alps in the south of Germany, and I'm currently living 2 hours away from, no, almost 3 hours away from there, and yeah, so I'm living on my own. I'm currently living in an apartment with my boyfriend, and yeah, I decided to leave my daytime job to fulfill my dreams, and here I am. I'm now self-employed already a year, and it's still hard to make a living from it, but yeah. So I got one question of my dear patrons. I would love to hear your art journey, how you started painting and if you learned everything by yourself and so on. I have to tell you, it's a tough journey so far for me. When I was a child, I was always drawing, so I love to draw, and it all started in kindergarten. I was sitting at the drawing table alone most of the time, and the other kids were playing, and I was just alone on the drawing table and wanted to draw the complete morning. And yeah, maybe I can find some pictures of my childhood. Yeah, school was hard for me, especially in terms of focusing on the subject. So yeah, and after my school, I thought I want to make something creative. I have to, so I started studying graphic design because I thought I could never make a living out of drawing. So yeah, I studied graphic design, and I was a bit disappointed because there was almost we had to design interfaces and our websites, and we learned programming and all these things, and it was so far away from making art and drawing and telling stories. It was so much different, and I missed all that. So anyway, I stopped drawing, I think, during my studies, and then I applied for a job in an agency as a graphic designer after my studies, and worked there, I think, about a year, and I was so unhappy, to be honest. So I applied for another job as an UX and UI designer in a small company. To be honest, these years of working in an agency and in a company, I've saved a lot of money, and I'm really happy I saved this money, because it gives me kind of some security now. I got the question, how do you learn to draw? So after work I was drawing almost until the night, and sometimes I got 2 hours to sleep because I was drawing all the time. So I woke up early in the morning to be able to draw before I went to work, and I tested many different materials, and at the beginning I drew a lot with ink, and the first drawings back then were mainly black and white. So it will take you many years of practice, and maybe I can give you the tip of simply draw everything that comes into your mind. So no matter where you are, keep a sketchbook and draw all the things you love, or all the things you think they are pretty, or just write down your emotions and make a little sketch according to your emotions. So maybe this can help you to get into drawing, or get into a daily drawing routine. So I want to answer a few more art-related questions now. So I got a question, what method do you use to your drawings? I draw mainly with gouache and colored pencils, and I think I'm kind of a messy painter. I draw a lot of layers, and maybe I can put some short clips so you can see a bit of my process. And I also try to show a bit more of the behind the scenes on my Patreon. So how did you grow your online following? I got this question many times now, and I think it's a long road for the most people, and at least for me. The most important thing is to be patient, I think, and for me, in the beginning, I always had the feeling that all the effort I put into this don't pay off, and I was posting almost every day in the beginning, and my Instagram channel just grew very, very slowly, and I don't have any, or I don't have a trick or tip. What was it like to take a chance and to be a full-time artist? I'm drawn of this, but I'm too scared to try. So I can totally relate to this. It also took me a lot of effort, and yeah, as already described, it helped me a lot to have this financial security for the first month. But it's worth it. It's so fulfilling to work for your own dreams and goals, and to try to make a living from what you love the most. And yeah, but it was hard, and it's still hard. I do have some days where I'm super unmotivated and I'm lying in bed crying, thinking of, oh, I can't pay my rent this month, and yeah, I struggle with myself, and I doubt myself not being good enough to be an artist, so call myself an artist. So there are these days, to be honest. And was it hard to step into self-employment? And the second was how to grow your creative business. Okay, let's start with the first question. Yes, it was really hard, to be honest. I never known or experienced this whole world of self-employment, because no one in my family and also in my circle, kind of in my environment, is self-employed. So I'm the only person in my family who has a creative profession, and yeah. So what I did in the beginning, I started writing a business plan. It wasn't my idea, it was the idea of my boyfriend, and he dared me to do it. I really had no idea about the business side, about writing Excel sheets and making cost calculations. So yeah, and it's something I really don't enjoy, and I actually hate this part, but it has to be done. Then I submitted this business plan to the job center here in Germany, and I got financial support for a half a year, which helped me a lot. And so I got money to build up my business in half a year. So it's definitely not enough. So I don't think there are people who build their business in that short time period, but yeah, it was just really helpful anyway. How to grow your creative business? I don't have a master plan, because I'm still in the process. Yeah, but I think you have to be patient. It's a lot of dedication, and it's often really difficult for me not to put too much pressure on myself. So I got the question, I think it fits very good in this. How do you manage to stay motivated and inspired? So it really helps me to take a few days completely off, at least one day a week, and taking some time for other things I love, like baking or going for a hike or exploring new areas in our neighborhood. And I think it's very important to give myself breaks and really enjoy the simple things in life. I think that's also another thing which helps me. I try to go in nature at least once a day, and I really enjoy my morning walks, and I'm taking that time.
I'm trying to make this darkness go away. I'll paint with colors and I'll sing until my lungs give out. I'm gonna let the sun shine in the day, and I will leave my windows open.
I got this question quite often. Where do you get your inspiration from? Well, I think what always helps me is to spend time in nature, and I really like reading old vintage children's books, and
I will open up my eyes so I can see the light. Oh, and I'll try to spread my wings so I can fly. Oh, and the darkness starts to fade. Feels like things are gonna go my way. I'm gonna let the sun shine in the day. I'm gonna let the past be filled with smoke, and I will try to fix what has been broken, and take this weight off my shoulders, 'cause I know yesterday ain't coming back. I'm gonna let the past stay in the cold. I will listen to the ocean, let its unsaid words be spoken, and I'll let my mind be carried by the waves. Oh, I will open up my eyes so I can see the light. Oh, and I'll try to spread my wings so I can fly. Oh, and the darkness starts.
so another question was, what's your next goal? Oh, I have a few little goals and wishes. So I definitely want to redecorate my studio, and I want to start my stock for my shop a bit better, and I just want to get a bit more organized. But another wish or goal is I want a bike. So I'm dreaming of an old vintage bike with a little basket, so I can make some trips in the summer. Another goal or dream is to make even more time for illustrating and writing my own children's book. So I already started, and I have this one idea how I want my children's book to be, and I got a rough story I want to tell, but it's a long journey, and yeah. And another dream is, of course, to have my own little shop with my products and maybe some handmade stuffs of other creators, and I would love to have a little cake counter in this shop, and with homemade vegan and maybe gluten-free pastries, and a cozy sofa corner where you can have coffee and maybe browse in one or the other children's book I'm selling there. So yeah, I think that's it for now. So thank you so much for watching, and yeah, see you soon.